Okay, we're back.
We are back.
We never left. We're actually uploading consistently. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is a half full podcast episode. I forget
21.
number 21.
21.
Wow, this would be the age where we would have a male debut. See that segue? I didn't even want to get
Amazing.
into the topic that quickly. Um, but if you're wondering why
They'll
we're
probably see
doing
by
this,
the title by now. That's probably
yeah,
why they
they're
clicked
they're
on
probably
it.
gonna know. Yeah, guys, we're gonna talk about debuts this episode, so stick around for that. I just wanted to clarify why we're recording in this situation.
Yes.
From where we are, we're on lockdown. So
Again.
it's not like if it's not like if Eunice and I saw each other because like we keep our social circle pretty tight,
Mm-hmm.
but just as an extra precaution because
Mm-hmm.
we may be going out to
Mm-hmm.
do things for our family, do this, do that. So just an extra precaution, we chose to do this episode remotely.
Mm-hmm. We are
And it
currently in the
might be
red
like this for a
zone.
bit.
Yeah.
You are?
We are currently in the
Or is
red
that all?
zone.
Oh, me too? I don't even know. I don't even know.
No! I meant
Like,
Toronto is in the red
oh,
zone.
just Toronto in general. Okay, I thought it
Yeah.
was like your area specifically.
No. Just all the
Ah, okay.
GTA is in the red zone.
Sick, dude. I probably won't change for a good bit, so this is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
But I believe the quality this time will be a lot better than it was the last time we had to do remote um recordings. So yeah, at least we have
Yes.
that. Um, I don't know what else I gotta say. I think that's it.
So
Just want to clarify that.
we're also separate because the government has told us to stay within our own household,
Hmm.
to refrain from seeing people outside of your family.
Hmm.
And even though we are in a relationship, um, we do still live with our families. So we kind of wanted to play by the rules
Yeah,
and
it's
just to
obviously
be
tough,
safe.
like not. Yeah, it's obviously tough, like not being able to hang out with each other and see each other. But I mean, that's just how it's gonna have to be for a little bit. Hopefully, we
Yeah.
can all get over this.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, we thought about this topic last minute,
I
but
mean,
it was
we had it
something
in the works for a while, and we wanted to
we
have guests to talk about it, and we will in the
yeah
future. But
yeah.
I
So
guess this is like an introduction to this.
exactly. So we're just gonna kind of do our own little thing about debuts and stuff like that because I think they're a funny topic. Just because I feel like most Filipinos, if at least if you're our age, you've probably been to maybe a couple or a few or maybe a good handful.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're a crazy event where amazing things happen, but I think it's just like the experience of it, and because it's so kind of like ingrained in the culture, at least, it's like
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something funny to talk about, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
So should
So
we
where,
hop right into
yeah,
it?
yeah. Why not? Why don't we just go
Okay.
right in? Yeah. So where do we start? Well, think. Okay, I've been to a lot. Okay, so I'm about 25 right now,
Yeah.
and I've been to a lot. Usually, when you're 18,
Mm-hmm.
so should I even clarify? So a debut for people who don't know what it is in the Filipino culture, when a female turns 18, they usually have like a really big party.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be like kind of like a coming of age thing. Like according to Filipino culture, it's when a girl becomes a woman essentially.
Yes.
So it's like a moment to like celebrate that, and usually it's like uh, it's like an event. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like there's a place that's rented. You go, you dress nice. There's a program and all this stuff, right?
Because
I think
Filipinos
it's
love programs.
yeah. I didn't even think about this, but I thought about this now.
Mm.
Like how not to say like rich white people, quote unquote, but from what I know from Gilmore Girls, it's like
It's always
people have
Gilmore Girls
like
now.
a cotillion ball. Like when
Yeah.
a girl turns 18, it's like they're coming out thing. I don't know if it's is it 16 or 18? One of those
I think
ages.
it's
But
16 for a cotillion
okay. So it's
or
like it's kind of something like
quinceanera,
that.
whatever it
Or in
is.
like
Yeah.
She's the Man, you know, when she's
She's
at
the man. Yeah.
right? There's like a cotillion thing there. So it's like it does exist in other cultures, but in the Filipino culture it's specifically called like a debut or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My debut stage.
Is that like they're making their debut? Is like that? Is that supposed to be the thing? Like I don't. It's such a weird name for it.
It makes sense. It makes
I,
sense.
yeah, it's like this is me. Look, this is the first day of my life that I'm existing now.
Exactly.
This is
Yeah.
it.
I am
Everything
born.
that I've done before this doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why they do it.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been to a good handful. Um, I've also been involved in a lot of them. That's why, like, I also wanted to talk about it because I've been in so many like cotillions and like
Mm-hmm.
dance and roses and this and that and stuff like that.
Tell
But
us about it.
I don't know. You want me to go? You want me to go
Sure,
first?
why not?
I mean, okay, for those of you who don't know, usually what happens is like, um, if a girl's having a debut, like say it's like someone that you know, like your friend, and you're close, they might ask you to be in their cotillion,
Yeah.
which is like you're essentially gonna be a part of like their like this big dance thing that they do, which
Yeah.
is usually like a traditional dance. It can be
If
fun too. Like I've done
if you
one
are
where
a
it was
boy,
like a hip hop thing
yeah.
with a yeah with
If you're a
like a
boy,
waltzy kind of thing. Yeah.
if you're a boy, you have to dance, or you're either the escort. If you are a girl, you have to light a candle and say a few words for the debutante.
Oh, but I mean, there's girls in the debut and the cotillion too, like that because they part you have to partner up
Oh no
with
no yeah,
someone.
that's what I meant. Like if
So
you're
there's like a
part of
whole.
the entourage, then
Oh,
you're
okay, yeah,
that's what you're doing
yeah,
basically. Yeah.
yeah. And I felt like it's like being a part of the entourage is fine and all because like it's just like those are the ones I remember the most because you're actively involved in it because they take like you practice for like a good few months before like the actual debut, so you might have to meet up like once or twice a week to like practice like a whole dance or everything. But that's for like this. Well, what did you want to say?
Oh, I mean,
You're grimacing at me
not
for
me.
it. Well, we'll get to that. But
Okay.
I say that for the ones that are like a bit more of like the bougier ones, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I know. I know what you're talking about.
There's like a nice hall being rented. Like there's actually people teaching you a dance, which is usually like a tita or a tito or something like that. But I have been a part of a debut where we went to a dance studio to learn
And
to
where did you
dance,
go?
which
Want
is
to
pretty
shout
high.
them
I'm
out?
like, oh my gosh. It was at Right Foot Studio, which
Right
is like a
foot, which
pretty
is not,
like
rest in peace,
popular.
but like it's not right foot anymore. But
Oh yeah, it's not a
it's
thing
it's still
anymore.
a studio. It's still a
Yeah,
studio, but it's not right foot. Go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Right Foot Studio, which is like from what I heard, especially from Eunice, is like a pretty prominent like dance studio
Yeah, I
in
think they were one of the first in Toronto or like in the
yeah,
downtown core to
yeah,
make it big, and
yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, and it was yeah, it was more of a hookup because the girl's debut, it was like she knew some people who
Wasn't
were in it
she
and stuff like that.
on the right, like one of the right foot crews?
Not her, like her
Oh,
cousins
her
or like her
cousin. Oh,
family or
okay.
something like that. Yeah.
That's pretty
So we
cool.
got some hookups. I think that was actually a really cool experience though, like
Was it
actually learning
C2
from
Genesis? Sorry, I'm just
I believe so. I
nerding
believe
out
it was.
now. Okay,
It
okay.
was C2 Genesis, yeah. I think
Shout
when I
out.
told Eunice that, she was like, "What? That's crazy. What the heck?" I'm pretty sure it was. I could be totally wrong,
I'm
but that
pretty
was
sure
fun though.
that's their studio. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's like probably the most like professional thing I've done like with dancing. It was cool. It was cool
Yeah.
because we did for that one specifically. We had a debut, or we had a sorry, we had a debut. We had a hip hop
Yeah,
dance
you
we had to
did.
learn, and we had a waltz thing that we had to learn.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
And
then
you,
I'm not gonna lie, with the waltz things, they asked for some suggestions, and I totally ripped it off from another debut that I was a part of. Because they are hip hop dancers, right? So they didn't really know like a lot about like waltz formations and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, we did this. I just did this one. We can just steal this one right now. It's
Dad.
easy. Yeah,
That's funny. Look at you,
yeah.
dance
So
teacher.
I know.
I
So
can't
good.
dance,
I can't dance though. That's the thing.
but I was a star dancer in a
The
debut.
okay, well, the funny thing about being a part of that cotillion was that I was originally not the escort. It was right. The girl had like one of her cousins doing it,
Uh huh.
but I think because the other girls figured it's like, look, he's not that into it, and he's not like really like learning the dance well, because they thought I was doing pretty good with the dance. They're like, why don't you just switch him out? And I'm like, yeah, I'll
No
do it. It's fine.
way. So
Yeah,
they switched you guys
so
because you were just better. I see.
I don't want to like brag about it, but yeah. I was more because
Ooh.
like her I think like the person who was originally her escort, he's more like not to act like a boomer or anything, but he kind of was like, I'm young, I'm kind of like not trying to try too hard because I don't want to look goofy or whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I mean though.
I know
'Cause
the
sometimes
type.
it's like sometimes dancing is seen as like a very like uncool thing, even
Especially at a
still,
younger age. Yeah.
which is weird because I feel like dancing is actually really cool if you can do it well. But I think it's like one of those things where when you're younger, sometimes you don't want to try as hard
True.
because you don't want to like look like goofy or like look like you don't know what you're doing
Hmm.
if it's something that you don't know how to do well. But I was like, I'm just all into it. Like I'm just gonna try just to do it as best as I can. And then they
I appreciate the effort.
yeah. So I wasn't originally supposed to be the escort for
Hmm.
that one. But there you go. That's how I got my gig. Just gotta do your best.
My
See through
God.
Genesis to like look me up. I'm available. Free agent.
Free agent. I'm ready to be
Yeah,
drafted.
but being a part of the cotilion's fun because you meet a lot of people that you meet a lot of new people. You meet up a lot. Like after the dancing, you usually like go grab a bite or like you hang out. It's like a good time.
I
Sorry, you're Miss
really
Giggly over
I
there.
really want to say something, but I can't.
Go no, go ahead.
No, because
Go
I
ahead.
think you told me not to talk about it.
No, you can say in general like what you're
Nope.
thinking. I don't
I
have to go
I
into
can't.
specifics.
I can't.
Okay, well, the reason why Eunice is in a giggly fit is because she thinks that because I was at so many debuts and so part of so many cotillions, that's like me trying to hit on as many girls
There it
as
is.
possible or something, or like me like getting girls' numbers specifically. It's like, man, you must have gotten a lot of numbers at all your cotillions that you were part of. I'm like, no,
And that was the meme early on in our relationship, but then
yeah, it was a meme. She thought it
yeah,
was funny that,
I think you got really annoyed of it.
and I think
Told
it's
me
just
not to
really
say
funny,
it
but I
anymore.
don't. I'd rather not get into like specifics about stuff like that. But it is really funny. But honestly, it is like I think if you're a little bit of a youngin out there and you get asked to be part of Cotillion, probably post
Yeah.
pandemic and all, it's really fun. Like I mean, definitely give it a shot. It's a cool thing to be a part of,
Hmm.
and it's not even like because you don't have to think it's like super important or anything, but it's like a good excuse to kind of like do something different,
Sure.
meet some new people, hang out and stuff like that. It's nice.
Hmm.
It's a good excuse to go out because it's like, well, I got cotillion practice. I gotta go,
Yeah,
So
and I mean, if all your friends are part of the entourage, it's just another excuse to hang out with your friends, especially when you're 18
exactly.
or you're like
Yeah, it's
within that
fun.
age range. Like you're gonna have fun either way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a bit of a commitment, but it pays off,
yeah.
right? So
Speaking of
yeah,
pays, like debuts for some people are like really expensive.
just
Like they really
very
ball
true.
out on these things, almost as if they were a wedding of some sort.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
like it's
dress is expensive.
hmm
The
hmm
renting out a hall expensive.
right, and feeding all the people who show
Feeding
up
all the people very expensive. Getting
can't
the
be cheap either.
lechon, you can't skip out on lechon.
Great,
Know how you
bring
feel
on the
about that?
luncheon.
I don't know if I had a
Yum.
lechon at mine actually.
I don't know.
No, I had to because
I
my
doesn't know.
mom.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't invited or
We'll talk.
anything.
We'll talk
So
about that. We'll talk about that.
we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll get to yours because you're like because
Yeah.
you actually have a story about it, about your own debut.
Mm-hmm.
But you speaking about like the price ranges and stuff like that. I've been to debuts that are like at my local church, and I've been to debuts that are like in like a really nice banquet hall. So
Yeah.
just like,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's getting emotional there. He's getting
sorry,
really
I had my
heated.
mic stand accident. There's a big scale. Like there's like really like not to say that they're bad if it's like a cheap. I'm not trying to say it's cheap or whatever, but there's more like low budget debuts, and there's like big ball out MTV Sweet 16 kind of like debuts. You know what I mean? Maybe not that extreme, but something along
I
that nature.
mean, I'd say they are.
Yeah,
Or
and I
yeah.
think a lot of the argument is that like why spend a bunch of money at that age when like maybe the gift could be put towards like a trip to go somewhere or put into like a college fund because when you're 18, that's usually what you're thinking about, or something else, or like an investment in something else, or something like
Yeah.
that, as opposed to like one really big party or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been to like really
I
fancy
said
ones. I've
that
been
to
to like
my
not that fancy
parents.
ones. Yeah,
And sorry, I'll get into mine
but do you
later.
need that? Do you want to go into yours or?
Finish
Okay,
your thought
yeah,
first.
that's pretty much it. It's just kind of like the scale is like huge, so like it doesn't have to be like a really fancy banquet hall thing to be a debut.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be like a really like spontaneous like local thing with like a bunch of close friends and family and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But usually the more iconic ones and what is like it's like a whole event. It's like a whole thing,
Yeah.
like a wedding or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just crazy to me. I've only been to like two really fancy ones, and
Hmm.
two of those fancy ones, like they really went all out for it. They invited so many friends and family. They had like
People you
they
don't
had a
even know.
DJ. Oh yeah, for sure. They had a DJ. They
Yeah.
had like
Open bar?
pretty sure.
Dang. Yeah.
Wait, no, they couldn't have because
Was
18,
was the
right?
food buffet style or were you served?
I don't remember. I think it was
That's the thing.
buffet. I don't.
I
I don't
think
know.
yeah. That always separates like whether it's super duper fancy or like okay, you know what I mean?
True.
But
True.
honestly, I like buffet better because there's
Means
no
I
like
get more food.
restriction. Honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a very selfish reason, but yeah, it's because you get more food and no
Yeah.
one's controlling like how much you can take. And
See,
there's
my
leftovers.
true. We like leftovers here.
Hmm.
See, my issue is why do females have to say something and get all like emotional while the guys all they get to do is dance and be like yo 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 yo
Yeah,
yo.
that's
It's not
actually so
fair.
funny.
It's like I have to
That's
prepare
so
a
funny.
speech and like get all nervous and stuff. And with my social anxiety, it does not happen well. And it's
Yeah.
like, while the guys just
Sorry,
go,
I'll
It's like, it's not fair. Especially
uh,
as a dancer, like I wanted to be the
oh,
guy. Why couldn't I do that? Sorry, go
true, dude.
ahead.
This is just perpetuating more sexism, you know what I mean? Nah, maybe not that far. But because you brought that up, if for those of you who don't know, usually at debuts there's something called like the 18 roses and the 18 candles.
Yeah.
So 18 roses is specifically meant for the males. So what will happen is like so usually they're not part of the cotillion, but they can be. It could be a mix of both. But because there's 18, like she needs to call out like 18 guys. So it's usually people guy friends that she's really close to or whatever. Or it could even be someone who she's seeing or something like that.
Yeah.
Who the girl's seeing. So what will happen is they're each given a rose, and one by one they'll give her the rose, dance with her. Then the next guy comes in, gives her a rose, and dance with her. And by the end of it, she's holding like 18 roses in one arm, and while she's trying to dance with the last guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's usually what happens. The thing is, they have a thing for, and that's only for the guys. It's only dancing, like Eunice said. The thing with the
They have to
candles
do
is that
nothing. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just really sad and mad
yeah,
about
man,
it.
I actually don't have to do anything. It's insane.
Story of my
So, but
life. No, no, no.
with the with the candles, so each of the girls gets a candle. They go up to her and they have like, if it's a church debut, you'll have a Bible verse to read,
Oh,
and then you
yeah, it
say your
is.
speech. But um, yes, usually you'll do that. But the thing is, the girls usually have to prepare something, but it's not like too long. Maybe like a 10-second little spiel, like "Oh, happy birthday," blah blah blah. The thing is, when it comes to the really close friends, like tears start to flow, like and it's like, okay, this is taking like an hour. Like this shouldn't be taking that long because once it gets to like her really close friends and they try to give something heartfelt, and look, I'm not trying to diss someone for like being emotional during like the party or whatever, but sometimes it takes so long because you have like 8 girls in a row who are being emotional. It takes them forever to get through their speech.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this is still going on. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I
Hmm.
mean,
Yeah,
I guess
but
I
the
can
thing is,
talk about
it'll
mine. Should
never
I?
be flipped. It'll never be flipped. Like you'll never see like a girl give a rose or like a guy give the candle or whatever.
Yeah. You know what? For our kid, we're gonna do that. We're gonna flip it. Screw
Just
gender roles.
choose. Yeah, Do why? How about just you want to give him a debut if you had a kid?
Hell no. I mean, only if they want to. Actually, I'll let them
Okay,
choose.
let them choose. But
Give
I
them a
probably wouldn't.
choice. Give them a
Give them
choice.
give them a choice, and there's a budget. Because
Mom.
I'll be like, wouldn't you rather like do something else? Like, do you really? If this is what you want to do with it, it's all gonna be gone after this
I'm
one night.
sweating.
You're getting so okay. You have to go into yours then. Go more into yours, into your debut.
Okay, so the summer of my 18th birthday, that was like I was going into university that year, but the
Hmm.
summer um, of that year, my mom was like, "So, what are we doing for your debut?" And I was like, "I'm not having one." And she's like, "Impossible. That's impossible. You have to have one." And so I was
That's
like,
so funny.
"No. Well, I don't want one. How? Like, what are we gonna do?" And then she's like, "Okay, you know what? Okay, fine. We'll have a small one. Just have your
Hmm.
friends over. We'll have like a little church thing, I guess." Turns
That's
out,
sensible.
turns out they rented freaking community center. Invited
Sick.
they invited capacity plus like a few more, and
Sick. Do you guys play ball after?
no. But you know what did
Or was it
happen?
like was it in the gym or something? Or like
No, it was at the
it was like
community,
in
the
oh, it was like
banquet hall.
in the hall part. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you know what did
Yeah.
happen? It started late
Ah,
because Filipino time.
sick. Ah, yeah, Okay, just a disclaimer, guys. If you're planning a debut, if you want them to come by 6 o'clock, say it starts at 4, and they'll still come at 7. It's,
Why is that true though?
it doesn't like it legit doesn't matter. You have to tell them to come like 2 hours ahead, and they'll still be late. But at least they won't be as late as if you told them when it actually starts. So
Yeah. Um, but yeah, for mine, I didn't want it to be super traditional because
sure.
I didn't want one, and so
Hmm.
one of my manangs or ates, she like a really close one, she was like the person to plan the whole thing,
Hmm.
and so she was like, "Okay, I need you to pick 18 boys, give me a list of songs you want to dance to because I know you like to dance,
Cool.
and we'll figure something out for them, and then we'll just give verses for the girls to read." And I was
Nice.
like, "Okay,
Yeah.
simple, easy."
Simple.
The
And I'm
choosing the
guessing,
males,
uh-huh.
like it was just really hard asking them to be part of it because
Oh,
I didn't like having to ask people to do things for me, especially males, since I was such a freaking socially awkward person.
did you
But
did you find 18 males?
I
Were you
did,
able to find 18 males?
because at that like in that point of my life, I was part of a dance crew, and
Hmm.
that took up like half of them. And then I
Nice.
asked like
Like church people?
church people, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
and some other male friends from high school.
Cool, cool.
But it was funny because I was like, "Hey, you want to come to my debut?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, as long as I'm not part of it." And I was like, "Well, here's
Oh,
the thing."
yo, a lot of people say that. That's like, it's not like I've ever planned one, but a lot of people are like, yo, I just don't want to be, I want to go, but I don't want to be a part of it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, come in, just eat all the free food and then leave. Cool, dude. All you gotta do is go up and give a rose, dude. It's not that big of a deal. Being part of a cotillion, that's a commitment, but being a rose, it's literally nothing.
Yeah.
It's actually, you have to stand up for a few minutes. Like, that's it.
Hmm. But it was all cool because
Hmm.
I like they surprised like my dance friends surprised me at my debut.
Aw,
They prepared a whole freaking routine. I was like
that's
crying the
nice.
entire
Oh,
time because I didn't
that's
know
the
what was
emotion.
happening.
If the debutante doesn't cry at least once during the debut, then it doesn't happen. Okay,
Yeah.
minimum
Yeah.
one time, especially during like the video. If there's always like a video being shown.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like
god.
that's that's when the waterworks flow. Yeah, but sorry, go on.
Um. What else? So yeah, my debut started late, and
Hmm.
like I was a wreck because people needed to. Because at that time, I think it was midterms, and
Okay.
since people were already in university, some of them had to come home for
Oh,
I
because you
think
had
that
like
was
a
like
fall.
Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah,
Because you yeah, because you're in October. You're an October baby.
yeah.
Yeah, 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 Yeah.
And so they're like, when does this end? Because I have midterms coming up and I need to get home to study. And I was like, oh my God,
Yikes.
I know what you mean. You can go after the dance. And then,
Yeah, yeah.
like, you obviously have to eat, take food home for you. And then,
Right, right.
so yeah, that was a thing.
So it was on a Sunday.
It was on a Sunday because my birthday happened to fall on a Sunday that year.
They could have just, why didn't they just have it on like a Saturday or something? So it's
Nah,
like not as stressful. Sundays are stressful
nah.
because it's like if it goes on too late, people want to go home. Like, and
Yeah,
it's never like a good feeling. Like
I
people are
know.
rushing to get out of there.
But
It's not
my
like their
mom
fault,
wanted it
but
on a church day, a holy day.
that's weird. Not straight up. Like it doesn't have to happen on a Sunday. It's
I know.
super strange.
But yeah, that's what she wanted. You know, none of
Was
this
Jen
was.
one of the
And
roses?
oh, of course, he was number
Ah,
one. Duh.
sick, sick. Sorry, I
He
interrupted.
honestly, he could have been my escort, but I didn't have
Hmm.
one
You didn't have a
because
cotillion, right?
single life.
Did you have a
Uh,
cotillion?
no, no.
Okay. Yeah, that it makes sense then. You don't really like, it's fine. It's
Um,
fine.
what did Jen and I dance to? I don't even remember. I'll have to like find
Gotta
something
find some
if I
footage. You
can.
gotta put some footage on,
I know I had some
obviously.
K-pop on there.
Heck yeah, of
I had
course.
Sorry Sorry on there.
Ooh.
I brought my
I-
prom date to it. It was a weird time.
Heck yeah, I love prom date.
No, wait, never
Shout
talk.
out to
I hope you're
shout out to
not
prom date.
listening to this.
Shout out to my bad.
Oh my god, we should
I
talk
didn't mean
about
to.
proms.
Ooh, that's good too.
Oh
I
dear
mean,
god.
mine wasn't that exciting though. Mine was pretty tame. I really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else happened?
I don't know. It was your debut. I wasn't there for some
Oh yeah.
reason.
You know why you weren't there?
Why? Why was it? The thing is, but I will say at this point we weren't really talking. Like we weren't friends when we were 18.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
we were acquaintances.
acquaintance
Like we knew of each
even
other.
even acquaintances is like a stretch, honestly.
We Yeah, you're right.
Not like we didn't like each other. It's just like we never hung out or talked or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
It's hard.
yeah.
Yeah, but
We were
so
just we just knew of each other at that point.
yeah,
I
and
knew
only
you
because of church
existed.
affiliations. That's a
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But
if we were
is there another
talking at
reason?
that point, no. There's literally no other reason.
Oh, okay.
But if we were talking, I probably would have had you
Yeah, I'd go.
on the entourage.
What? If I just knew you,
No,
if
no,
we
no,
just
no,
actually
no,
talked a few
no, no,
times.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
Okay.
I would have invited you to see how cool I was with my dancing.
Wow, you're trying to impress me?
I did
Like,
dance at
wow,
my debut
nice,
with two of my besties at the time. But yeah,
sick,
we performed a routine. Anyway,
nice.
um,
So why wasn't I invited?
cause we didn't talk. We weren't
Okay,
talking.
I'm like a debut veteran, dude. Should have
You
had me
are you.
there.
I think you've been to way more than I have, honestly.
The first debut that I've ever been to. Sorry, I
No,
don't.
go ahead.
Do
Go
you, do you
ahead.
still have more to say? Okay.
I'll add more if I have to.
It's weird because I was a veteran for debuts before I was even 18. Because I already like because growing up in a Filipino church, you go to a lot of debuts because there are girls in the church and they turn 18 and they have parties. That's what happens.
Pretty much.
But the first one, I think I was around like 10, 11 years old. And because they kept it pretty tight with like most of the church that was involved in it, all of like the youth were like not like necessarily part of like the cotillion or whatever, but like involved. Like we had to do a number and this and that and stuff like that. So
Mm. Oh yeah,
pretty
that's
funny,
another
yeah.
thing. Since I'm a
We danced. We danced to Bebot, choreographed by our youth leader.
amazing.
Imagine how
Bebo.
are any of the lyrics in that like profane because we are performing for a lot of like conservative Christian Filipinos, so
I actually don't know.
it's still kind of funny though. Like that was our song choice, but it
Yeah.
went over well. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if anyone had an issue with it, they would have said something. So I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything
So
wrong with it.
imagine me at like 10, 11 years old with a shaved buzz cut and a really, really baggy hoodie and
The
really
golden
baggy
years.
blue jeans. And I'm
Oh hell
yeah,
yeah.
and I'm dancing to Bepot. by the Black Eyed Peas.
I really wish there was video evidence of this.
The evidence is on a computer that does not longer work. So if we can get it to work, we could pull up the footage, but I mean, it's literally gone forever.
Dead.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been to two because of that, like before I turned 18, like whoever turned 18 at the church, there was always a debut. We
Mm-hmm.
were like I was either in the cotillion or just there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
It's
I mean,
fun.
yeah, I mean sometimes it gets stressful though, like especially with the choreo because you got to think about it. A lot of the people that you ask to be in the cotillion do have like probably zero dance experience, as
Oh
do I.
yeah,
So it
that's
gets like
true.
super frustrating when it's like it takes like forever to get through and to actually learn because like people are struggling with it and
Yeah.
geez, it's like it's actually a huge commitment. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah. So
I
be
know.
glad you didn't have a cotillion.
I am. I'm glad.
Yeah. It gets stressful, especially for the like the debutante, because it's like sometimes honestly, like I've been a part of cotillions where we kind of goof off during the
Yeah.
practices because we're like it's just a bunch of dudes. We're playing we're playing ball in the middle of like when we should be practicing. Okay,
Oh
there was
my
one time
god.
one debut that I was into because it was during the summer, so a lot of times we were practicing like outside, like on in the driveway. So there's a ball net there. We get distracted. It happens. People get mad at us. Yeah, don't be dumb. Just go there and focus and just focus on the dance. Then chill after. It's totally fine.
Yeah, get your work done first.
Yeah, that's like it's always all over the place. So yeah.
I remember at mine, I had my ninangs and ninongs speak too,
Mm-hmm.
just for random speeches.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I'm pretty sure it was a long program, and I'm pretty
Oh
sure
gosh.
a lot of people weren't very into it.
I love long programs and long
I,
speeches.
yeah, I, but for for debuts, did you see a lot of non-Filipinos there, or was the crowd usually mostly Filipino?
You, it's usually like the friends of the debutante is the mixed bag,
Yeah,
but the guests, no, barely any. Like
it
it's
makes
pretty
sense.
like, which yeah, it does make sense because usually if it's like your family or relatives or people that your parents know, then they're obviously mostly gonna be Filipino if that's the thing.
Did they
So
ever say anything about what they thought about debuts? Have you ever had a
like
chance to talk to them? Um,
non-Filipinos.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
My gosh, I'm trying to think of cotillions that I've been a part of that aren't church related, where there are people in the cotillion who weren't Filipino. And honestly, I don't think I can think of any. I think for the most like I think for the most part they were all Filipino. I was probably
Oh wow.
the only like exception being half. Like I was probably like the most non-Filipino person there
Right,
most of the time.
right.
I think most of the time they're like a lot of the cotillions I've been part of, everyone was Filipino. Kind of crazy.
That's
Maybe there's a few
interesting.
exceptions, but actually there's one where some of the girls were like maybe Viet or like not like Asian but not Filipino, but usually it's like Asian. Yeah. What about for
Yeah.
your candles? How did your candles go? Because you mentioned the
Um,
roses with finding the guys was
I mean, girls are more receptive to do anything, so I,
true.
especially if you're
That's
friends
very
with
true.
them, they'll
Guys don't
just be
want to
like,
do
"Oh yeah, it's your birthday. I'll do anything." Yeah, and so
guys don't want to do anything. Yeah.
yeah, all I said was, "Here, you're gonna have to read this, and that's it." But like a few of my friends, they were like, "Okay." Then when they were on the mic, one of my friends was like, I'll read this first, blah 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 blah." But can I just say something for a second, real quick? And then she went on to say a whole speech, and then she started crying, and I was like, okay.
Who is who is this? One of your high school friends?
Yeah, one of my high school friends from
Oh, okay.
Vaughan. Yeah,
Wow. That's sweet.
yeah. And she's also white, and so she really took it seriously. She was like, okay, I'm here, I'm gonna
Dang.
go all out for this.
Like, no, this is not how it works. Just read the verse and
Yeah.
leave. You don't have to do anything special.
Yeah.
I think the most diverse one that I have been to though. Sorry, not to cut. No,
Yeah, go ahead,
sorry,
go
you go
ahead.
first. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, 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 go. I'll go
Um,
after.
the most diverse debut I've ever been to, and this was like the one when I was really young, was there was a person in our church. She's half. She's like half. Uh, her dad's from Ghana and her mom's Filipino.
Oh yes,
Michael's
yes.
sister.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So hers was like a lot more diverse because I think there was like a bit of influence from like both cultures, let's say, and there's
That's
like
so
a
cool.
ton of people from like her dad's side of the family and her mom's side of the family.
Hmm.
So like it can be cool when there's like a good mix of it,
Hmm.
I mean, but
I
that was
don't
like the
know
most
if.
non-Filipino debut I've ever been to. But
Do you think that a non-Christian debut would be different from a Christian one? Like, I feel like most of the ones I've been to have been more of like a Christian influential one.
that's very true.
You know?
I'm trying to think of the ones that I have to where they weren't people I knew from the church,
Yeah.
but I think they were like Catholic. So there's always like maybe like a prayer said, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
maybe there's like more drinking
Yeah.
and more like other things, but I honestly don't think it's that different.
Okay. Because all
Yeah,
the
just
traditions are the same anyway.
it might just be less prayers and Bible verses, but most of like the
True.
ceremonial stuff is pretty much the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there will be an open bar. I don't think I've seen an open bar at a Christian
Yeah.
debut.
Most likely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gonna say for my non-Filipino friends, they came up
Hmm.
to me after the party and they were like, "Yo, this is so cool! Like
Oh,
you receive a lot of love on a debut, and like I never really got to have that when I turned 18." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So like from an
yeah.
outsider's perspective, I guess it's a cool tradition to follow. But then when
Yeah.
you're Filipino
And when
yourself, you don't want it.
when you're part of it, oh, another
Yeah,
debut. Jeez, oh,
yeah,
what is this? Like the freaking 20th one I've been to?
yeah.
I'm trying I'm trying to do a head count of how many I've been to. I think it's like more than 10 though, like in my life. Like
Wow.
I don't want to say the names out loud. That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Yeah.
maybe like 8 to 10.
Okay.
It could be 10, but there might be some that I'm forgetting.
Okay.
Like yeah. I mean, I think it usually is the case. Like other people who are outside of it, it's like, oh wow, this is so cool. Being
Yeah.
I'm learning about this different culture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you're actually part of it, it's like, who cares? It's just
It's just
another
another
debut.
one. Gotta read
Like
another
it's so
verse.
so cynical about it. It's like, oh, it's the same thing
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like a debut is not that much different than any other like Filipino milestone birthday party. Like honestly, it's legit all the same.
That's so true.
Especially okay, so I go to a Filipino church, right?
Hmm.
And there's a lot of like more of like the people who are a bit older. So like 50th birthdays are such a big deal.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is like the sixth, 50th birthday in the last 2 months, dude. And it's the same thing over and over again.
Oh my
Look,
god. So you have like a bunch of speeches for the age? Like
yeah,
50 speeches?
maybe not 50 speeches, but there's 50 candles and like 50 freaking like
Stop!
things. I'm not joking. I'm
I
not
think
jo
the only 50th I've been to is your dad's.
That one was a bit funner though.
Funner.
That one was like way less
Funner.
traditional because like there was programs and stuff like that, but I feel like in general people had a good time.
Mm.
That was sucky. Remember the power went out for
Yeah.
like 2 hours,
Yeah, I know.
and then they
I
sent me.
remember.
This is funny. This is my dad's 50th birthday, right?
Hmm.
Freaking because the power went out and it's hot. It's like July, August,
It was
so it's
hot
super hot,
AF.
right? And then I think we were running out of water, so we needed to go get more water for the
Oh
people who
my
were there.
god.
They sent me and my dad to go get more
Why did
water.
they do that?
No,
You are the
no one
family.
volunteered to go. It's legit the celebrant
Okay, but here's the
telling
thing.
him
They
to go
always send
fetch.
your dad to do things. That's
Yeah,
not
it's on it.
cool,
It's
man.
actually stupid. It's actually so stupid. Especially it's like his party, his birthday. He shouldn't be doing
Yeah,
anything.
we need to
It's
file a
like
complaint. No, that's not okay. That's
if
not
I could go
okay.
back, I wish I got madder at that because I
I
felt like
hope,
I
yeah.
didn't show my anger enough.
You know
But
what? For his 60th, he's not allowed to get up from
lift a
his spot.
finger for
Yeah,
sure.
he's not allowed.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny because there's the parallels are there. Like you have like a rose thing, you have like a candle thing, but it's
Hmm.
just bigger number. So instead of 18, I will have 50. And look, I'm there for the food. I love when we got a big Filipino banquet.
Yeah,
But geez, it's the same thing over and over
yeah.
again, man. So yeah, I don't know.
I think I had white food. I said white food.
White food. That's
And like,
me, dude.
I had
Sick.
like cause we had it catered by
You had catered
I
food?
had
That's kind of fancy.
that we really
I,
splurged on food because
if you're
we
gonna
had
splurge on one
help
thing,
from
yes.
we had
Good.
help from someone who had a catering business, and they really did a lot of like
Hmm.
white food and lechon. I think we just ordered
Nice.
it.
White food and
So,
lechon. Imagine a
and of
bunch of
course
nice,
panse,
like,
you know.
nice, like, steak and this and like, nope. Then there's a dead pig on the side of everything. See, I feel like actually no, that makes sense. Catered food makes sense. I don't know why I'm thinking so small brain. It's like, yeah, no, people just potlucked it. I don't know what you're talking about. Like always, right?
Yeah,
People always potluck debuts.
for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty funny though. I love how
yeah.
like you had yours was like a really small like community center debut, but it's like food, nah, catered. I would think it would have definitely been like people just like bring a dish each or something.
No, I think my mom really wanted it to be in her hands. Oh my god, I just remembered the giveaway.
Giveaways. You had loot bags.
Just remembered.
You had little loot bags too with like some
No,
candy and
you know
some.
what my mom did? My mom. Okay. Oh my god.
Gosh,
Okay.
I'm mad I missed this.
We went.
Yeah.
So in that year, we went to Montreal a
Mhm.
lot, like coming back and forth.
Right, right.
One of our friends from Montreal has this business like making custom printed mugs.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh,
And
wait, where are you going with this? Uh-oh.
so my mom, the angel she is,
Mhm.
she wanted
Yes, of
to
course.
she wanted custom mugs for a giveaway. And
Nice.
the thing with this one, I think some of them she only got it for the entourage, but some of them got to change color when you poured something hot in it.
Wow.
But I didn't design it.
Oh
Someone
no.
else did, and it was a
Great.
Filipino person.
I can't imagine how
And
that
you
turned
can
out.
already imagine what it looks like with the
Just like the
fancy
adore sign
fonts.
from
Okay,
the episode of Ang
I'll
Provinciano.
try to see if I can find a what it looks like.
Like, okay, yeah, yeah.
But
That
I
would be great.
haven't
That'd be
seen
great.
it since my birthday, so I don't know where she put it.
So what did it
Um,
look like?
just imagine the adore sign with lots
Hmm?
of like sparkles,
Ooh, that's always
and
nice.
I don't remember if there's a picture of me, but if
It
not,
should have been. It should have been a
I
blown up picture of just your face.
absolutely not. I don't think there was because I'm probably went against it and said if there is one, I am not having it on my birthday. But
Give them all away and never want to see it again.
yeah, so I can't believe we had custom mugs for a giveaway. That
That's pretty
itself is
sick.
pretty expensive as well.
I would have kept that forever. Yes,
No.
that's actually pretty. Like a mug is pretty nice for a giveaway because usually, I don't know if this is just a Filipino thing, but why is there always like a little giveaway? It's always like in a little baggie, and it has like a tag on it that says like what the event was, and it's just like a
Yep.
little thing, like a little trinket or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a Filipino thing or
It could
not.
be like a little box, or
Yeah.
like a, I don't know how to describe it, but it's always like a little knickknack that they give out. Is that a Filipino thing?
I actually don't know.
Because I swear at every single party, like birthday party or whatever, they're always giving those out.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, great, I'll never use this, and it's just like kind of a waste
But like
to be honest.
more recently, I feel like
But a mug
more
is useful.
Filipino parties have like a little box with the tag on it, but it has like
Hmm.
candy inside or something. So I just eat
Yeah,
that.
but then what do you do with the box after?
Throw it out.
That's what I'm saying. It's a waste of money. But a mug is kind of useful. Like you could keep that. It's still something. You know what I mean? Like
No, so then every time you take a sip
yeah,
of your
that's
coffee, you remember my
oh,
disaster of an 18th birthday.
exactly. Good
No.
memories.
No.
Wish I was there. I would have. If only I was there, and it would have been so funny if I'm like, well, guess what I have, and I kept the mug like actually throughout all these years. That would have been funny.
That would have
And she's
been
not
such
amused by
a
that.
big plot twist.
That would
If
have been.
you had the mug,
The truth is,
holy.
I was there the whole time. No,
Yo, I think.
disguised as Jen. I was actually Jen at the party. I just put a wig on. No one
Whoa,
knew.
Jen.
Wait, did he have
Are
long? Did he
you?
have long hair? Did he have
Um,
long?
at that time he didn't. No.
Never mind. The, I was someone else.
I love that we always talk about Jen. Hey Jen, why
I
don't you
know
come
it
on one
comes up
day?
a lot. He's a part of all of our
He's
life events.
pretty much, yeah. Oh, at least for mine.
Pretty
I
good.
mean, I've known that kid for a long time. Actually, I've known him more than
Yeah,
he's
you've known
known
him
his
way longer.
sister. I am
Wow,
actually his sister.
that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Pretty much, honestly.
Yeah.
Is there any other talking points we had when it coming with
Um.
debuts or not? I can't remember
What
if
I
I
wore.
if I missed anything.
Holy, that was a.
What did you wear?
I wore it.
Because I
I
mean,
think
I've
I
seen
still
some
have it.
lot of dresses at debuts, and they're a lot of them are
Um.
really elegant,
I
like
got
talking like
mine.
wedding status dresses.
Yeah, not me. I got
No,
mine for like less than 100 at Le Chateau. It was like a
sick.
salmon
Hey,
colored
rest in peace, Le Chateau.
rip. I got it. It's like a salmon colored dress with a no strappy,
Okay.
but I wore like the little thing over. I don't even know what these things are called because I'm not a female apparently.
Yeah, what's the? It's like the really short sweater that you just
Not the
just to
sweater, not the
cover up your
sweater.
sleeves or whatever.
The
Oh, not sweater.
scarfy thing. The
Sash?
Is that what it is? I don't know.
We'll
I thought
call
the
it a
sash
scarf.
was the thing
Is it a
that
sash?
goes like
No, a
this,
sash is more like this. Yeah.
like the one that Miss
Yeah,
Universe
we'll just
wears.
call it a big scarf.
The big scarf.
Why would you not have a sash that says debutante so people know who you are or
Absolutely
whatever?
not.
I
I
just
want
joined to
to
a debut. So
throw
who was the girl?
myself. Like it's so weird. Like I did not want to be the center of attention. I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to debut in the first place.
That's
Like
because
having
that's
all
literally
eyes
the
on
point
me.
of a debut.
Like I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So while the females had to come up and bring the candles and say their verses, I had to sit there awkwardly for like how long? Probably like half an hour, and just be
That's
like,
so true. Because
yeah,
that's so true about debuts and like other Filipino parties.
yeah,
Most of the time, if you're the celebrant, you're just sitting down listening to people
yep.
for a
What a
long time.
great day!
S- Absolute snore fest. Because usually I'm out of it. I'm just kind of just chilling. If I'm not
Yeah,
part of it, I'm just
yeah.
like, dude, bring on the food. But it's like, I can't imagine what the celebrant must feel because they can't just not pay attention, or they have to at least look like they're paying attention because
Yeah.
there's
Oh my god.
photos, there's videos, there's like
Mm-hmm.
so much going on to capture and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah.
I mean, after the candles thing, I was like, screw this. I was just gonna sit with my friends and eat with them. If you want to talk, you're just gonna talk to me from the
Yeah, I'm
pulpit down at me. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm
I
listening.
don't
Yeah, go
care.
on.
Yeah,
I'm listening. Oh, they didn't put you in like a nice chair and people just didn't
they
come
did,
up. Like,
but I just
oh, okay. You
did
just
not want
left.
to sit there anymore.
Or surprisingly, even though it's only 18, it takes a lot longer than you think.
Oh my god, I know.
Because you gotta think, even if all of them are only talking for like a minute, which doesn't seem too long, that's
Mm-hmm.
about like 18 minutes of just talking. That feels like forever. So
Yeah, because imagine 18 females have to speak, and
Mhm.
I think they also have to walk down the aisle, and there's music
yeah,
playing.
yeah,
And sometimes the MC
Yep.
has to say a bunch of fluff while
a
they
lot
walk.
of fluff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Especially since you're a Filipino person, there's lots of fluff in the program.
a lot of faff, a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Gosh, kind of miss going to debuts though. Now I want to go to a debut.
We're kind of
Have
old now.
we haven't been to a debut together?
We have not, because we don't go to the same church, and
Yep.
we
And we don't
are
know anyone
not
who's like
old.
turn.
We are not that age anymore.
That's true. The only one who I could think of who didn't have a debut was Izzy.
Yeah.
Like that would actually
Yeah.
have been a thing. But Izzy, for those of you that don't know, check out our last podcast. Not last podcast, but the one before that.
Yeah.
We did a podcast with
2
our good
weeks
friend
ago.
Izzy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess I bet when we're older we'll be invited to one.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's
for sure.
someone's whatever that we
Yeah,
know, and then yeah,
Maya.
and we'll do a podcast live from the debut. Give you a first-hand
Oh
experience
God.
if you've never been to one.
Oh dear God.
Gosh, now we should
Just
definitely not
violate
do that.
all privacy.
That'd be really funny though. It'd be super funny.
Yeah.
Just at least during like the reception part when everyone's dancing and eating, we're like, okay, so we're here at the debut and we're doing.
How you feeling?
Start talking to, start interviewing people.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, anything else or
Um.
how long have we been going? Like 45?
50 minutes now.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else? I can't remember. I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, I originally did not want one. I think I mentioned that already.
See, but that
Just
doesn't matter. You
know.
have to have one.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to
that
have.
that doesn't matter. You
You know
have
what
to
I mean?
have
It's
one.
like, I gotta have one.
But initially, I didn't want one. But I gave in because I am the only child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a female,
Mm-hmm.
so obviously my mom would have wanted one for me, and I was like, fine. And I'm a pastor's kid, so I'm kind of under the limelight. And people would
Yeah.
have wanted to throw one for me if I had said no anyway,
That's
which
very
isn't
true.
fair.
It's not, it really isn't like that. It's expected. But like
Yeah.
it was pretty unselfish of you just to let it happen at least. It's not like you had to get super involved or anything, but
Yeah.
what I regret is not having a debut for myself.
Oh.
Not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Apparently it like got males can have debuts in Filipino culture, but it happens at 21, not 18. So I'm guessing they think that females mature quicker than the
Yeah.
males do. I don't know.
Unfortunately, we've never been to a male debut.
Never heard of, never been to one. I'm kind of sad about that. Where's
Yeah.
where are my males at? Where are my male debuts at? I don't know how like if I don't know any male who's eccentric enough to have their own debut. Like I could see having like a cool 21st birthday, but a 21st birthday and a debut are two different things.
I know.
Like imagine, you know, it's like
I
I don't know.
wonder what
Never.
it would be like. Like, would they still have the 18 candles and the
21.
roses? Oh,
21
right,
roses,
21.
21.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Have a cotillion, have all of that. I don't know. 'Cause
Crazy.
I've never even seen one. Be pretty sick though.
I just remembered there's also a speech by the debutante afterwards.
Yeah, how was your
And
speech?
mine was absolutely terrible because I didn't know I was supposed to make one.
No, I bet it was fine.
No, I actually didn't know I had to make one. So I went up there. I was like, "Thank you all for coming. Mom, Dad, I love you.
Here,
Thank
one
you.
tier here. Yeah.
Thank you,
Excuse me.
Montreal people, for showing up. Thank you to the friends that came. I'm blessed to be here. God bless. Amen. Bye."
Sick. Hey, that's all you needed to say.
You know,
This
short
thing,
and
this thing.
sweet.
Speeches don't have to be that long. Yeah. Too many long speeches. There are already too many speeches during the 18 candles. We don't need to get into that again.
True.
But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If there was one thing that I wish I had done better, it was that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just remembered something. I hope Jen will forgive me for saying this, but Jen sang at my debut,
Oh heck yeah, dude.
and I
Sick. I love the
played
spec.
piano for it.
That's pretty sick. You gotta love the special numbers. Those are always the best part
Oh, special
of
numbers are
any
fine.
party or any of the
Yeah.
cotillion. Sometimes there are too many.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're,
I agree.
and sometimes they're really bad. Not the roast, but sometimes they're just like
No, I agree.
okay.
But Jen sang, oh, what's that Celine Dion song? With...
My heart will go on.
No, the duet she does with Andrea.
I know which one, but I want to make a joke. I want to make a joke. I know what you're talking about, but I want to make a joke.
He sang it with our
Um,
worship leader.
what's the one? What's the one that goes? 'Cause I'm your lady.
No,
What's
not
that
that
one?
one.
Did you sing that one? Oh, it's the prayer.
Oh, it's the prayer. Is it really? Oh
The
yeah, it is.
prayer.
It is. Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is.
right?
So
Yeah. No,
the
I was trying to think
reason
of a jokey one because I was like,
the reason why Jen was chosen to sing was because her husband, she didn't like how he was pronouncing the Italian parts. And so she was like, "Hey Jen, you're an English speaker, and bet you can say these Italian parts better."
get roasted on, dude.
So
Imagine just
Jen
call.
comes in.
That's so rude. Why would you even? So this was after the performance?
No, this was like this was preparing
Oh, like him
for.
preparing for it. So
Yeah,
were you there when he was preparing for it? Oh, because you practiced with him?
yeah, because I
Who sang the
they
female part?
the worship leader,
Who sang
our
Celine's
worship
part?
leader.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's kind of funny.
her
That's kind
husband,
of funny, actually.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Him and her and Jen singing.
yep,
It's just a funny picture. Yeah.
yep. Great times. Um, what else? What else can I
Because
say?
this is an operatic song, and Jen doesn't have like a very
Nope,
opera voice, so it's kind of like
absolutely not.
it's like a rock star singing the prayer. It's kind of funny.
I know. I wish I had a video. Oh
So
yeah.
so what happened with the pronunciation?
I mean, Jen can read.
I bet he did. I bet he
He
did
did fine.
fine.
Yeah, he did
There you
fine.
go. Sick.
But yeah,
What a very interesting song choice.
I know, right? Very
Honestly, I'm
interesting song
so
choice.
tired of that song.
Same.
I feel like it's so overplayed at those kinds of like events and stuff like that.
Hey, Celine Dion released something new with Andrea, so
Yeah,
that
Celine, where are you? Celine, where are you at?
she's
Where's the new music?
she's doing a Vegas show.
Can you pull up that clip of her dancing with Steve Aoki or something like that? You know, you know what I mean? It's like
I
Steve
think.
Aoki and Celine Dion.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And she's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I have
yeah,
a
yeah,
song
yeah,
idea.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And then
yeah,
Steve Aoki just looking at her like, what the hell's wrong with you? He looks like so uncomfortable.
That's such a
Shout out to
random
Celine
interaction
Dion.
too. Shout out, love that Canadian blood.
We should do a podcast on Canadian icons.
We should. We actually should.
Mikey Bustos. Canadian Filipino
Oh my,
icon.
he's actually an icon though.
Actual
Yes.
icon.
Yes.
Hits all our categories.
He's like one of the only people to make a name for himself after Canadian Idol. Other than Headley,
Other
Jacob
than
Hogarth.
yeah,
We don't
I
talk
was about
about
to
him
say,
anymore.
but we don't. Apparently, did some bad
Yeah,
stuff. So
he did some.
yeah.
Yep.
Yikes. Who remembers Canadian Idol? For all my Canadians out there. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Who voted? Who attended shows?
Who
Who went
secretly
on their
cried
mall
because one
tour?
of their favorite oh what? Who secretly cried because one of their favorite contestants got eliminated?
Who was your favorite?
Why did it was this guy named like Mookie or something. I thought he was
Mookie.
cool.
Mickey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine was the Filipina lady, of course. I wanted to be
True.
her.
I don't know why we're
Waka,
derailing
shout
now,
out.
but like because we brought up Canadian Idol, I want to do like a Canadian nostalgia thing.
Why not? Let's do it.
We could talk about the Zone.
Yes.
People out
This
there
is
know the
just
Zone
this turned into a
YTV.
brainstorming session.
This is what you get, guys. This is just behind the scenes now. We can talk about Canadian Idol. Actually, I can't remember this other thing I wanted to mention.
Some things with YTV, sugar.
Like music,
Uh-huh.
like George Nazuka, or like some other like Canadian
Hey,
like artist.
another half person, George Nazuka.
There you
Come
go.
on the show.
George
I
Nazuka,
will
we love
actually
you. Or
cry.
Justin. Or Justin.
Or Justin Nazuka, yes.
Justin.
Oh my god.
Also good.
Oh my god, we have to make this
Wait,
happen so I can cry.
Justin is he's wait, what are the Nazukas? They're Japanese?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense
Halfway
with their last
half
name.
Japanese, yeah.
Love them both. They're so different. It's just funny. George
know.
Nazuka's like the poppy kind of guy. Justin, acoustic guitar, kind of like more soul kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Love them both.
We do.
Come on the show.
Actually come on the show.
That'd
That
actually be
was
so
so
fun.
hype. We'll try to do that.
We need to contact George and Justin Nazuka.
You know what's funny? I was recently on George Nazuka's Instagram. Don't ask me why.
Yeah.
And I saw
Some old
his
feelings catching up.
catching feelings. I noticed he's following some of my friends, which is
Connection.
so weird though.
We're already one step closer to getting in contact.
And I think one of them is Vina. I will have to double check.
Oh,
I will have to double check. But if he does,
sick.
I will try to figure something out. But yeah, that's the thing.
Dope. That's pretty sick. We gotta we gotta talk to Carlos from the zone. I'd love to.
Oh my god, yes.
I'd love to get in contact with him.
Oh my god, we have to. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's a good thing we're doing
If
this.
if you know the zone, you're already good in my books. If you know what the zone is,
Yeah.
you're already up there. But I don't know why we derailed so far.
Do you
Anyway,
remember Uh-Oh?
yes, I was watching old episodes of that on YouTube.
What?
See, I'm saying we gotta do Canadian
We
nostalgia.
should. Maybe that should be our next podcast.
Uh-oh was really sick though. I always
Yeah.
wanted to be on it as a kid.
Me too.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, Canadian game show. You spin a wheel, you do weird games. A guy pours slime on you. That's pretty much it.
This
That
took
you
a
don't need to
turn.
know
This
anymore.
is like
Anyway.
the opposite way.
Now we're talking about like purely like Canadian things that aren't even related. Anyway, debuts, they're a thing. What we wanted to do originally when we were doing our like brainstorming for ideas for this podcast is we wanted to have people who actually had debuts like come on the show. We could have done it remotely, but we kind of wanted to save it for like an IRL thing. Hopefully, like when all of this stuff with the world blows over. But I think that would be really funny.
Yeah.
Having
If you had a
having,
debut,
people.
tell us. We'll try to have
Me?
you on the show. No, we're like to
Oh.
the audience.
I thought you were asking me if I had a debut, what would I do? But yes, if you had a debut, tell us something funny or weird that happened.
Did you
during
have a debut that I didn't know about?
it. No, yeah, it was only me by myself in my room
Aww.
wearing a dress.
What did you do
and
for your 21st?
We were together on my 21st. I don't even remember.
What? No, you weren't.
Yeah, we started dating when I was 20.
What did we do?
Then, anyways, guys, that's what happens when you're in a
I thought
relationship for a while. You kind of just forget things that happen. And I'm not like legit. I don't even remember either. I don't remember.
Wait, no? No. No.
I don't remember what we did.
Were we actually together?
Yes.
I thought.
Anyways.
I'm just thinking about that picture that I always reference to the before time, the birthday you had before
That's
we
my
started dating.
that was my
that your
20th birthday. Yes. Yeah.
Holy.
What is me at
heck.
Dimitri's holding up a menu? Yeah, that's.
Oh my
Dude, I miss
gosh.
Dimitri's.
I miss
Shout out
Dimitri's
if
too.
you know what Dimitri's is, you're already cool.
Dimitri.
Also, it just means you're from Toronto, probably. So that could be like
Yeah,
millions
I
of
think
people.
they're only
But hey,
Toronto or Ontario establishment right now. I don't know.
you're still cool, I guess.
Yeah. If you're from Toronto.
That's what I should have done for my 21st birthday. Go to Dimitri's again. I'd have my debut at
I
Dimitri's.
really don't
Can I do that?
remember. I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh, sick.
Rent out one of the locations.
hmm
I don't remember what we
mean,
did.
Probably see it wasn't that important. It's my 21st birthday.
Yeah,
Or it wasn't that
whatever.
memorable. Anyway,
Whatever.
my birthdays aren't exciting. That's why we were talking about debuts, which are, I guess, a bit more exciting. Anything else that we want to share before we wrap up?
Nope.
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 I'm guessing no one's having debuts now with how
Yeah.
with everything that's going on.
Lucky.
Honestly, you're saving yourself a
You're
few
saving
grand
lots
there,
of money.
plus more.
hmm
So maybe it's not a bad thing. But I do think it's like, I know we were like joking about this throughout the whole podcast, but I do think debuts are nice. It's just honestly, sometimes festivities can be like overwhelming and kind of like too much sometimes. But sometimes it's nice to just have an excuse to do something nice, dress up,
Sure.
go to a nice place, have some nice food, talk to people.
hmm
You know, it's sometimes you need a reason to do that because sometimes
Yeah.
we don't get enough reasons. So
Yeah.
debuts, okay, they're fine.
Oh, yeah. Rate them. How would you
It's
rate
not.
them out of 10?
I give them um I'll give them 7.5 overly emotional speeches out of 10.
Wait, what was the rating? I was so
I
focused on
seven
the
point seven point
emotional.
five.
Oh, 7.5.
7.5. Yeah.
All right, I get
What's
it.
your rating? How about you? What are you rating it?
Um, I'll say I like them a little less than you do because
Okay.
the stress is so high for me.
I think it's because you've also had one, so you have like more worse experiences
You
with it.
you can say that. I'll just
Okay.
say
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a seven untouched legend skins, legend skin
Yeah.
pieces.
Very good. Very good. If I had to give another funny rating, I would give 7.5 poorly choreographed cotillions out of
I was gonna
10.
say that for my second one if I had a
Oh
different one,
yeah, that's
or
yeah.
like
I could come up. Yeah.
seven Bebwet dancers. I don't know.
Great. Great.
Yeah, how would you guys rate them? Let us know.
Yeah. Give a rating of debuts out of 10
Yeah,
and put something funny like that about it or something.
yeah,
I guess that's it.
yeah. That's it. We've been over the
Um,
hour mark.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was gonna point this out earlier.
Mm.
The stash is still here because it's still
Oh yeah.
November when we're
Why
recording
are
this.
we growing out the stash? Let the people know.
It honestly, I don't like how it looks. I hate how it feels. I hate that when my face has facial hair because it gets like my face all greasy and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it'll be gone. It's but I because I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. It's like no one cares if I have a mustache or not.
I do.
I shouldn't have. Yeah, Eunice does. But it'll be gone soon. Well, why did I bring
Woohoo!
that up? Has no relevance to anything. Anyway,
No,
thank
but
you guys
there's a
for
reason why
listening.
you're growing it out.
Oh, it's for Movember.
That's all you had to say.
But
And
I
what
mean,
is
like, I don't think
Movember for
people
people who don't
care.
know?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, Movember is just like a thing for, like, just to raise, like awareness for like men's health and stuff like that. Not even just like physical health, but like mental health as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, just guys, take care of yourselves. It's okay to talk about your problems.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, suicide rate is a lot higher with men because I
Mm-hmm.
think it's more taught that, like, in terms of mental health issues, it's seen as like you're not supposed to talk about your feelings or talk about things that are bothering you internally and stuff like that. But I think it's important to raise awareness to talk about your feelings sometimes.
Yeah.
Start a podcast. Talk about your feelings there. I don't know.
Why not?
There you go.
Do it. I'll listen.
Yeah. So, anyways, for those who are listening, thank you so much. Yeah, just thank you for the support. We've been trying to upload more consistently, and it's been really cool being more involved in this and stuff like that. Please share this if you thought this was cool.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to obviously get more people listening to this or
Mm-hmm.
watching this. And yeah, just thank you. Thank you.
If if you could leave us a
Hmm.
review on iTunes,
Oh, yeah. We're on
we'll
iTunes.
do something special for you. If
Can you
do
do.
leave us a
Is there
review.
anything on Spotify for ratings or no?
No, there is not, unfortunately.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. I will still do hey, 100 likes. I will still. The
Yeah.
dance thing, that's still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
100 likes, I will
On
do a dance
anything.
number. You'll have to choose something that is possible for me to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, this has been the Half Full Podcast. Thank you again for listening / watching. You can follow us on Instagram at,
The Halfle Pod.
on Twitter,
Same thing. Everything's the
Facebook
same.
page. Everything's
Yes,
the same.
please follow our Facebook page.
If you want to look at us, watch us on YouTube. If you just want to listen and not look at our faces, Spotify, iTunes
Yes.
are your places to go. And yeah.
Hell yeah. We did
All right,
it.
everyone.
Debuts.
Then we did. So first remote podcast, it might be like this for a while. So please bear with us. Hopefully it sounds okay. And hopefully everything came out okay. Stay safe out there.
Yes,
Wear
please.
your masks.
Wash your hands.
And keep it distance. Keep it distant.
Yeah.
And happy
Social
Thanksgiving to
distance.
our American brethren to the south.
Happy Thanksgiving Turkey
I wish
Day.
I wish I could have turkey right now, but sad.
We're having chicken tonight.
Hey, close enough.
We already had this
Anyway-
conversation.
Anyways, thank you for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.